If you want to learn how to be the #1 agent in your farm without spending thousands of dollars on mailers, check out this video. We're going to go step by step. Let's jump into it. I get this question very frequently. I see agents that want to dominate their geographic farm, and they think that to accomplish that, they have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on direct mail. Folks, this is 2024. Snail mail does not work the same. The ROI on direct mail has been going down for years. There are better, more efficient ways to get in front of people now more than ever before. You should go back to basics. Find efficient ways to connect with potential home sellers in your farm every day. If you are looking to dominate your farm and not spend tons of money on ineffective mailers, here are my recommendations. Number one, you have to choose your farm very wisely. Now, the industry says you should pick an area with at least 500 homes. It can be up to 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000. More than that is going to be very difficult to farm, but pick an area that you know really, really well. Your number one choice should be your own neighborhood, but it shouldn't just be an area you know really well. It should meet some criteria. The number one criteria you should be focusing on is your turnover rate. How to calculate turnover rate? Look at the number of homes in the area. Let's say you picked a farm that has 100 homes and see how many homes sold within the last 12 months. Check it out. You want to find at least a 5% turnover rate every 12 months, which means in our example, 100 homes in your farm, you want to see at least 5 sold listings over the last 12 months. Picking an area with at least a 5% turnover rate year over year is going to help you be more successful. Another criteria you want to look at is make sure you're not picking a geographic farm where another real estate agent or a real estate team dominates the area. You want to make sure that no single agent or no single team has more than a 10% market share. Okay, if 10 homes sold in your farm over the last 12 months, no more than one of those went to a single agent or a team. You want to make sure that your farming is efficient and has high ROI. And that's going to be very hard to do if you have an entrenched, high market share team already spending time and money in that farm. Once you have a geographic farm selected that has a good turnover rate and is not dominated by any one real estate agent, then you can get into your prospecting and marketing activities. The next thing you should do is dominate open houses. Folks, anytime a listing goes active in your farm, you should be reaching out to that agent, to that brokerage, to that team, and offering to host an open house. Don't just rely on your own listings within the farm. Take anyone's listings and dominate those open houses. If you want to leave your mark inside your farm during these open houses, you should have 10 or 15 signs out there every time you hold an open house. They should be everywhere. And you shouldn't just hold open houses on the weekends. Folks, that's a big mistake. If you have time, you should hold an open house in your farm every day. People should see your signs out on the main streets in your farm every day. They should see your face. They should see your team name out there constantly. They're quickly going to be asking themselves, holy cow, this real estate agent, this team is really hustling. I want to work with them, and someone that I know should work with them if they're in the market to buy or sell a home. Check out the link below for my interview with Payson Robertson that did 100 open houses in 100 days and found a way to dominate his local area. My next tip to dominate your farm is to focus on door knocking. Folks, door knocking is a tried and true way to get in front of people. It has been used for years, for decades in real estate, and you should be using it strategically to meet and knock on the door and talk to every potential seller within your farm. If one of your listings goes live, if you're hosting an open house, or if you just have time that day or that weekend, you should take advantage and knock purposefully on 20, 30, 40, 50 doors within your farm. Introduce yourself, leave them something of value like a flyer or a market report, and just ask them, do they have any real estate needs? You are their local agent. You would love to help them and make yourself available to them. Some of the most successful real estate agents that I know started their career by door knocking their farm. They would knock 50 to 100 doors every single week, and that adds up. The more people that have actually met you face to face, belly to belly, can really strengthen your name recognition, your brand, and get people to know you as a hustler in your market. But it's not just door knocking. My next recommendation is that you pick up the phone and do circle prospecting within your farm. Again, if you have an active listing, a pending listing, an open house, or are just trying to find properties for your buyers, you should be calling around your geographic farm every day. You can even do this while you're sitting one of these open houses. It's a great strategy to get on the phone, talk to people, and make connections with folks in that farm. Circle prospecting is a very efficient way to call people and talk to potential homeowners every day and make those connections. It takes about 20 to 30 conversations to get one qualified seller lead that might be thinking of selling in the next 6 to 12 months. The name of the game with circle prospecting is to generate 1 to 2 qualified sellers every day. Those numbers add up. If you can add those sellers in your pipeline, in 3 to 4 months, those will be converting into listing appointments and deals into your pipeline. Another reason I really like circle prospecting is that it's one of those activities that can be handed off to an ISA. Once you gain traction, you can hire a virtual ISA to do the calls for you. And that way, as you're doing other lead generation activities, someone is calling through your farm every day, every week to generate those qualified sellers for you. But that's not the only prospecting activity you should do. You can also call expired, canceled, and for sale by owners. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those are not the favorite calls for a lot of real estate agents to make, but you can also do it in a very targeted way. You can call only the expired, canceled, and for sale by owners in your farm. And the value proposition you have is not only can you help them get their home sold this time, but you are an area expert. You only work and specialize within that community. So you know the inventory, the market, the competition extremely well, and you can help them price, present, and get that home sold better than any other agent. Lots of real estate agents just randomly call expired listings all over the city, all over the county, all over the area. But you can call them and tell them that you're a specialist and that you are very different from every other agent that's trying to get in contact with them. Just like with circle prospecting, expired, canceled, and for sale by owners can be handed off to a virtual ISA to help you make those calls so that you only talk to the most motivated sellers in the farm. Last but not least, you should also be running online ads that are targeted to your geographic farm. Folks, this is 2024, and some of this ad technology is amazing. It can help you get in front of people inside your geographic farm very easily. Facebook and Instagram ads might not be the best choice for this because they force you into a 15-mile radius when you're running ads for real estate. But another platform like Google PPC and YouTube ads can run ads in a 1 mile radius up to a 100-mile radius. Google PPC ads, looking for people wanting to buy homes in your neighborhood, wanting to sell homes in your neighborhood, wanting to know the value of their home can be very valuable. And you can run them down to a 1 mile radius within your farm. Making your ads hyper local and hyper focused can help you spend your budget more strategically and help you craft an offer, craft a pitch that is local to your area and makes your value proposition stand out above other teams that are trying to market throughout the city, throughout the region, throughout the state. People want to work with a local expert. So you should be running ads that exemplify that and put that as the main way you can help them get their home sold or help them find their dream home. That's it, folks. Those are my top tips on how you can dominate your geographic farm without breaking the bank and being more efficient. If you found this video useful, please crush that subscribe button. We release a new video every week.